morning everyone and welcome to this video. In this video I'll be talking about a very important topic, that is how to achieve through English. This is a very pertinent question today, particularly for those who are in the verge of taking very significant decision in their life. I'm referring to the plus 2 students, those who are going to take up a career after plus 2, because this is a stepping stone in one's life, because you need to choose which field that you are going to be throughout your entire life. The decision that you take today will affect how you live throughout your life, what are the things that you achieve in your life. Everything is decided in this short period. You will get probably around 1 month to take this very significant decision, even though you might have had enough time before. Now that you have completed your examination and you know exactly how much marks you will get, so this will be the perfect time to take that decision. And let me give you an advice as to how to take your decisions. Many of you might have taken a decision to become to choose the medical field, to choose a scientific field, or to choose the engineering field, and you might have studied a lot, prepared a lot for that. But choosing a different field, for example choosing the field of English, can be equally rewarding. And I'll give you many examples, many reasons why choosing English as your career can be rewarding. And let me give you some points. First point: English opens up new career opportunities. As you might have seen, let me begin with very simple example. We are interacting with each other through internet. You are watching me through internet, and that is happening through English. Only English can give or open up the world of internet for you. If you are not very well in English, you will miss a lot of knowledge, lot of information, lot of entertainment. Everything will be missed because you don't have English, and you don't have access to English, which is you don't have access to internet, which is functioning through English. So you will get a lot of knowledge, and you will get a lot of career opportunities. You can become whatever you want through English. If you know English, you can become a journalist, you can become content writer, you can work in a IT company by becoming a content writer, or you can become an author. You can become anything that you want. Even after you complete your graduation, you can choose another science field and go on to become successful scientists, successful doctors, successful engineers. So you can begin your career. If you are not very well versed in English before, now is the right time to choose a career. Choose the basement of your career through English. So it gives you better career opportunities. That is the first point that I was going to mention. The second point is many exams that you will be writing to achieve, for example to enter into any prestigious universities, to enter into a government job, to go to abroad. You will have to face interviews, you will have to face tests. For example, tests all they will countries like USA, countries like Australia, countries like Canada, England, everybody will test your English knowledge. So everything will be in English. So you will need to know English in order to go to international places, international jobs. So even though you might have taken different career, doctors, engineers, managers, anything can be your career, but you need English to become successful in that career. Everybody, if you want to go abroad, everybody conducts exams through English. So only if you are well versed in English, then you can achieve greatness, achieve great marks, good marks in that exam only through English. So that's the second point, that many exams are conducted through English. The first point that I mentioned is that you get many career opportunities through English. The third point that I am going to mention is English is the top language in internet. And entertainment, the world of entertainment today is entirely focused. For example, many of you have watched Hollywood movies, many of you might be of might be a great fan of Hollywood movies, Marvel movies. There are many students I can mention who are fans of Hollywood movies. But how to reach out to Hollywood movies? Obviously, there are dubbing, and many of you might be watching the Hollywood movies through dubbing, but that's not the right way to watch movies, because you miss a lot of things. But if you watch it in English, you get a lot of things. You get to learn language, you get to understand the deeper meanings. There are many complicated Hollywood movies that you can understand only through English. So you need English to access a great amount of entertainment that is available not only in internet but through theaters in anywhere and everywhere. And that's the third point, that the entertainment world can be accessed through English. That's the third point that I was going to mention. And the fourth point is, it will make you more smarter, because learning English, the world of knowledge today is entirely located or entirely produced in English. Many scientific treatises, many things, many books are being written in English. So you need English to access that knowledge. So if you can access that knowledge, you will become smarter. You can read any book that you want. You walk into a library and you can read any book that will make you more smarter, and that will make make your career more enriching. You can get, like, after completing your studies, getting a job is not very difficult. Anybody will get a job. It's not a difficult task. But getting a good job, getting a good salary, getting a reputation, getting prestige in that job, you will need English. So making a right choice by choosing English will help your career, enriching your family throughout your career, and till the end of your life, you will never regret choosing English. And moreover, let's come to another point that I was going to make in this video. Why choose English literature as your career opportunity, career option after completing your plus 2? Because English literature, where you will get lot of exposure to English. Learning a language is not very difficult as we think, because we have been studying English from, let's say, first standard to 12th standard. For 12 years you have been exposed to English literature, but you are yet to learn English very fluently. You are yet to speak English very fluently, because you don't have much exposure. For other subjects, you might have learned through regional languages. Even though you might have studied in English medium, many places they don't use entirely English, and therefore you might not have not got enough exposure. So that is the reason why you are not able to speak English properly. But taking up English literature as your first graduation degree, you will be immersed in the English language, English experience, and learning a language through entirely immersed in that language is very easy. So if you choose English literature as your career, you will get good exposure, and by that way you will get to learn English language. And learning English language, as I have mentioned earlier, you have many benefits. I have mentioned 5 points. Let me repeat once again. It gives you new career opportunities. It gets you it helps you clear many exams. It helps you access entertainment that is available in English, and it makes you very smart, because you get to read a lot and learn a lot through English. Lots of language, lots of learning happens through English. And I'd like to conclude this video by mentioning one example of a famous personality in India, Rabindranath Tagore. Many of you might have read his writings, many of you might have read his poems, particularly Gitanjali, which is very popular, which has got the Nobel Prize in Literature. Though many Indians have got Nobel Prize for other subjects, in English literature Rabindranath Tagore is the only person who has got Nobel Prize. You want to know what is the reason? The reason is his works, particularly Gitanjali, has been translated into English, and that was the only reason why he got the Nobel Prize in English Literature. He was translated into English, and the people around the world started reading him, and then they accepted the greatness of it, and they gave the Nobel Prize for literature. If he had never been translated into English, then he would not have reached the global audience, and he would not have received the Nobel Prize in literature. He was a Bengali writer, but he became very popular throughout the world because he was translated into English. So through English you can achieve greatness. So there is the question, can you achieve through English, is very relevant here. And let me rephrase the question again. You cannot achieve greatness without English. So it is very important to remember this point. You need English to become great, to achieve great heights in your life. So hope this will help you in making a good decision in your career, and hope you will enjoy this advice. Thank you.